It's time to get updated politically here in the state of Michigan, and nobody better than this guy right here, Tim Skubick. Tim, we've got some new polling that suggests the abortion issue is having a huge effect down the ballot, not just on Prop 3. What do you make of that?
Well, there has been a link. In fact, the Democrats are very happy that there is this linkage, that the abortion issue, which is getting 64% of the vote, is driving independent women and Democratic women to be very active participating politically. As they look at the abortion issue, they are also looking at the candidates running for governor and who is on their side. And on this one, this is a black and white issue. Tudor Dixon, the Republican challenger, has made it very clear that she is anti-abortion, even in cases of rape and incest, but for the life of the mother, she is on board. But Governor Whitmer is all in all phases of the pro-choice movement, and so the vote is going to Ms. Whitmer, and it is driving the numbers in the polling between these two candidates.
Let's talk about other races, not just the governor's race. Does that abortion kind of impact many other races that may be a toss-up?
Well, you have the Attorney General's race where Dana Nessel has a lead over Matt DePerno, and in the Secretary of State contest, Jocelyn Benson has a pretty hefty lead over Republican challenger Christina Caramo. And the problem for those two Republicans is nobody knows still. Here we are almost in October, still at about 70 to 80% people that have no idea who these candidates are.
Let's keep on this poll. It's also talking about the effectiveness of the messaging in both campaigns. What do you know? What's working, maybe what's not?
Well, here's a good point that Bernie Porn raises. Tudor Dixon just had a huge news conference a couple of weeks ago on the crime issue. Major problem. The only problem for her is only 3% of the voters say it's a problem for me. And so when you're pitching an issue that a small minority are in favor of, you can't move the needle very far. Now, here's the really interesting point. In the poll, abortion had 24% of the people who said that's my top issue. And tied with that was inflation, 24%, which last time I checked was a major theme that Republicans were banging on. And while Ms. Dixon has raised the issue, it has clearly not been the centerpiece of her campaign. She's never had a news conference on the inflation issue per se. And so you got to wonder, why aren't they playing off of that issue, which has broader appeal if you're trying to broaden your vote count?
Yeah, wild stuff. Always great to talk to you, Tim. You're always getting us up to date. We appreciate it.